Welcome back to DeLoney V8 Motorsports. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. Had a great time last weekend at the Fall Classic at Woodburn Drag Strip, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a round by round account of how the weekend went. So I'll clip in and out here a little bit, and I'll show you some footage, some in-car, and quite a bit of video from the track as well. And so went out there and did Test and Tune Friday, raced on Saturday, and raced on Sunday as well. There was the 3-pedal challenge that a group put on there, and I'm going to do a different video to kind of cover all of the shifter cars and all those racers. But I gotta say thank you to the Eastburn family, JP, Dick Arnold, Jamie Roth, Bruce Pompano. There's a whole group of folks that either traveled, made the trip to race, or put together quite an event. So they gathered sponsorships and gifts. They had raffles. They had a nice payout for winner and runner-up both days, and along with what Woodburn paid out. And so these guys really did a fantastic job putting this event on. I have a little bit of an idea of what it takes to put on a race like that within a race, and it's not easy. There's a ton of running around. And like I say, I'll go through and show you what I did and what this car did over the weekend. Hopefully you find that entertaining. And I'll do a separate one that covers all the rest of the guys and gals in the shifter class. One of the things they did on Sunday was they did a big group photo too, which was really cool. Talk about herding cats. They had, I think, 25 cars on Saturday, and they had 30 cars on Sunday, which I'm told is a new record. And so, yeah, hats off to Eastburns and the group that put all that together. I don't even have all their names. There were some event sponsors, and so I'm gonna gather those, and I'll make sure I tag those in the description for the videos. I'll do that in this one as well. And so get those up there. But stay tuned. I'll start off by talking about Friday. So went out and tested on Friday. I got a little bit of video from that, and I'll show you that. The car was off and on. It started off, I think, with a 975 at 137, and then it spun 2 times in a row. The goal on Friday was to make sure the car would stick. I had made a couple of clutch adjustments, loosened things up a little bit, and also made a shock adjustment in the rear to see what that would do. And so the car hooked on the first pass, and so I wanted to feed it a little more RPM out of the hole. I normally leave it 3,500. I tried leaving it 3,700. It didn't like it. It spun instantly. And so put the 3,500 chip back in it and tried again, and it spun again. And so Friday was pretty hot. It was in the 90s. And so that was kind of a tough day. But it did reward me in the end with the 3,500 chip back in it and kind of messing with tire pressures and stuff. Later in the day, the track cooled off, the car hooked up and went. I think it went a 973 or something like that. So, so Friday was off and on, but at least I knew I probably could race on Saturday without spinning. And so we'll talk about Saturday after these clips, so stay tuned. Oh wait, the best part. Cheers! It's Tuesday night here in Oregon City. Saturday of the event. Each day they had qualifying runs, and then they laddered for first round. And so Saturday morning, got up, got everything ready to go, 3,500 chip in the car, and rolled up into the lanes and ran into none other than Jamie Roth. If you don't know Jamie, he has got the blue Mercury Comet stick car out of Canada, BC Super Shifters. As far as I know, I actually don't know if he runs that group, but I know he runs really well in that group. And Jamie is really free with his advice and help. If you've got a stick car, as far as I can tell, he's willing to talk to you. He reached out to me earlier this season and helped me with some ideas about how to get the car to work better. And no surprise, we talked in the lanes on Saturday morning. And I actually, while we were standing there, I stitched together a video of from Friday of the car spinning the tires and added some slow-mo, and I showed it to him, and he immediately said, loosen up the front shocks. And so I only had 4 clicks of rebound in the front shocks, and so I took 3 clicks out of it, and the car never spun again the whole weekend. And so I'm sure that is definitely due in part to Jamie's advice and what we did with the front shocks. Watching the videos on Saturday and on, it did look like the front end, it was transitioning a little better and weight transferring a little bit better. So I think I've thanked him a couple times already, but Jamie, thanks again. It's pretty frustrating to roll up there and not know if you're going to hook up or not. And so each pass that it hooks up, you feel a little more confident. So I really appreciate your help. So Saturday morning, after that adjustment, hopped in the car, cooler air, went a 967 at 138. And so this was the first 960 that I'd had in the car. And I think it was a little bit faster, 138, than I'd had prior as well. So it was a personal best, and I was thrilled with it. And got some great video, which I'll show you. And it's probably a good time to share all the help I had with videos. Got really a great group around me. Folks, Ron Hughley was on the starting line. He's of course helping line me up, helping me get the burnout done right and everything else, and kind of checking on me before the run. He got starting line video, and then George Burns was on the left side of the track, just beyond half track. And so he's got some of the videos that I'll show you. And then Kelly Nicholson from the Fence Monkeys. She's got a couple of views. I think she was on the left side in the stands. And then last but not least, Kevin Breitbach from the Fence Monkeys as well. He's got some video from the right side. So wish me luck. I'm going to try to stitch together some decent clips here to show you a couple different angles. And also there's the in-car, the GoPro. I had the GoPro working most of the weekend, and I think there was only one run that the battery was dead on Sunday. But anyway, so we'll show you Saturday coming up here. I'll just talk through kind of what happened. Jamie helped out with that first round, good qualifying run. I actually had a really good reaction time, which I can't remember what it was, and I don't have the slip in front of me, but it was a 0:17, I think. So I thought I was qualified pretty well. And then Jamie rolls up and does a trip zip. So there you go. He was qualified number 1, I was qualified number 2. I ended up running the Angry Bird Ford Falcon, kind of a Gasser style car, Don Sartwell. And so rolled up, and Don's car, I think, is in the 11s. And of course I took off and red lit. And so, and Don had taken off, and I wasn't paying close enough attention, or I probably would have been a little smarter about it. When he took off, he actually had a problem, and the car broke an axle, and he got loose and kind of got wobbly there. He was in the right lane, and he ended up basically aborting the run because of the broken axle. He made it to the finish line, he won the round. I lost, I red lit, and he went on, and I believe he ended up, if I'm not mistaken, he went on to race again. He found an axle and he got the car back together, which was cool. I ran into him on Saturday after that run. I was done, and he told me what happened. So I think he did get it back together. I hope he did. But that was Saturday, and so stay tuned and watch these, and we'll do Sunday here in a bit. Cheers.
Okay, first time run on Saturday. Zippel's Super 3 pedal jump. '67, whoa!
Welcome back again. So moving on to Sunday of the Fall Classic and this yellow car here and how it did. So Sunday morning, got up, got everything ready to go. Again, nice cool air. Woodburn does a great job. If you ever camp out at the track, you'll hear the tire machine and everything running starting right at 7 o'clock on the dot. They start prepping that track right at 7 a.m. and it's very, very good in the morning. Cool air, not a lot of sun or anything on the track yet. And sure enough, went out there and ripped off a 967 with a 3 at 138.71. So that is the personal best. That's the quickest and fastest this car's ever gone. And so pretty happy with that. And actually had an 022 light on that run. So again, I was feeling pretty confident, except for the fact that on that first time run, I was up against the president, Dick Arnold, in his red 68 Camaro. Absolutely love that Camaro. It's the best sounding car at the track. And Dick's a hell of a driver, as you'll see in the other video. So he actually red lit on that run. So, okay, he cheated a little bit. He is the president. But he got me to the stripe. I forget what the margin of victory was, but he took the stripe by a little bit, even though he had a bit of a red light. But it was really fun racing him. Dick's car runs right next to mine, and I saw him the whole way. I think I actually have a picture. If I think of it, I'll plug it in here. From half track, from one of the videos that I got from George, I think. And actually George was kind enough to get on the motorhome for that run, and so he's got a great angle for that particular run, so I'll stitch that in here. But yeah, so that morning started off great, personal best. We only got one time run on Sunday morning, so we went straight to eliminations after that first time run, and there was a little mix up with the ladder. I ended up running a guy named Kevin Austin, I believe. And he had a gorgeous, I just can't overstate how cool this truck was. 65 Chevy, believe it was, it had a gem top, it was a fleet side. The neatest old truck you've ever seen. It looks 100% original, perfect patina. It had a neat old kind of galvanized gem top canopy on it. And he was just out there having fun. He has got an 8-second Nova, as I understand, a stick Nova. And so he's no stranger to going very fast, but he decided to bring out that old truck and just have a good time. And so I ended up pairing up with him first round and took him out. I was a little better than him on the tree and got past him and ran a 975 on a 972. And so lifted at the top end a little bit and got around him. But it was fun racing him. We had a good conversation in the lanes ahead of time, and I'll stitch it into the video here. It was kind of funny. I'm all suited up, we're ready to go, ready to roll in, and he toots his horn and gives me a thumbs up, and it was like in unison, right? And so, yeah, good dude, and hope to see him out there again and maybe get a chance to see the back bumper of that Nova probably. Anyway, moving on to second round, I had Mr. Eastburn in the white Bel Air. Now, this is a car that I've admired for years. I believe I put videos up. I know I have his first 9-second run on video, and I put that on YouTube. And then I think earlier this year, he was running on Friday, and I stitched together some clips of this thing. It's a W motor Bel Air. I believe it's almost all steel, if not all steel. I can't remember if it's got a glass hood or not. Anyway, my bad. But just the coolest old Bel Air you've ever seen. It's fast. It runs well into the 9s. He babies this thing. He talked a little bit about between race maintenance and stuff. He takes very good care. If you've ever built a motor like that, this thing's a 540, so it's big. You know what they cost. And so he takes good care of it at home, but he runs it hard at the track. So it was fun racing him. Had a little better light. and I was able to clip him on the run and ran a, what was that one? That was a 980. I think I ran on a 975, I think, dial in. I can't remember. Anyway, he ran in the nines. He was a 997. And so I got to see him blow past me, just past the finish line. So nice job to him. The last round I'm gonna save. And so the next round for me was the last round. So third round, and I'm gonna save. I'll come right back to that because it was pretty epic. So thanks for watching. I'll be right back.
Okay. Dave's first run on Sunday. All classic. 3-pedal challenge. On a 972, perfect. Round 3, simple 3-pedal challenge. Dave's got a 970 to an 1130 in the other lane, so he's going to have to hang tight. He can do it. Yeah, good line. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, he broke out. 968. Son of a gun.